I really just want to make this my everyday look. Like, the hair took 10 minutes, the makeup, about 20. Loving the lipstick, that is supposed to be eyeshadow. It's giving. Let me tell your future. Welcome back, foolish mortals. This is another episode of Jeepers JC. I am JC. Tonight I went for a little haunted mansion gypsy fortune teller-esque look. Not sure if it's giving. It's giving something. We are obviously going to watch the new Haunted Mansion tonight. I'm not sure if it's a remake or how you want to categorize that, but the 2003 version with Eddie Murphy has hardcore childhood memories with me. Great times with my dad watching that movie. So we're going to go give it a peek tonight. Hopefully I will get some goodies. I know they have a special Haunted Mansion patch with a special ticket that you can buy. So I'm going to look into that. And then other than that, this is just going to be your basic run-of-the-mill opinionated critique type of video. I'm sure it's going to be great. I've heard great things. It has a great cast. Deep fan of most of the cast. So let's go ahead and head to the movie theater, and then obviously I will record afterwards when the movie is finished what I think about it. I will try not to do any spoilers, but like the last video, with me personally, it's kind of inevitable. So hello. It is the next day after watching Haunted Mansion, and we are very happy over here. It was a great movie. I'm very glad that I didn't take my son though, because there was a couple moments that were a little heavy. I had a couple tears, just from personal experience similarities. Other than that, I will just jump right into it. We are going to start in order, give you a little bit of history about why the movie was made, and then get into my opinion, and a little bit of the plot as per usual, like the last video we did. Spoilers. Pause it, go watch the movie, come back, or if you don't care, continue watching and leave comments for me. Okay, so starting with the original idea of Haunted Mansion. So I'm not gonna knock or boot Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion from 2003. It just isn't, I guess I want to say it isn't the most kid-friendly movie. I'm not a fan of the whole realtor backstory. It just wasn't as entertaining as this movie. So another thing that I want to point out is there wasn't as many references from the Haunted Mansion ride and attraction to Disney World as there was to Eddie Murphy's movie. So this one now in 2023, there's so many references to the Disney haunted attraction, Haunted Mansion, that I mean, I was running out of room making a list. So for those of you who don't know, Haunted Mansion was established or opened up in 1969 in California, and then it came out in 1971 in Florida. It kind of has a long backstory, so I'm going to condense it a little bit. The main creator, well, the original creator would be Ken Anderson, and he started working on it in the 50s, as far as concepts, sketches, ideas, backstory about the Haunted Mansion, because there was no previous TV show, movie, or anything like that. It was a brand new attraction. Walt Disney had to approve it, so it was a very, very long process, obviously, because it started in 57, and it wasn't opened until 69. So, first thing, Ken Anderson was really, really inspired by a place called the Lydecker House in Maryland, specifically Baltimore, just because it was a creepy antebellum type mansion. So he got his inspiration from that, just for the mansion in itself. A couple other things that he did a lot of research on were both the Winchester House. If you guys have ever seen that movie, it's great. I love it. I love the whole idea of it. I believe the Ghost Hunters did an episode at the Winchester Mansion. It's that mansion that has like a million rooms that lead to nowhere. So he was inspired by that, the creepiness of it all, and then also the Headless Horseman storyline. Again, Walt did not approve of the Winchester house backstory. He said it was too creepy for children, too eerie, I think the words were quoted as. And then he didn't approve of the Headless Horseman rooted concept. As far as storylines go, they were going to do a storyline similar to what the Headless Horseman and Ichabod Crane came from, but again, Walt said that the Headless Horseman inspiration would be a little too complicated and messy for viewers, audiences, and specifically adults. Whatever, Walt. And then he did come up with a story. Ken Anderson came up with a story for a specific character. The lead character about the Haunted Mansion was a pirate type fisherman seaman guy named Captain Gore. So that was cool because he was in the movie too. He was one of the main ghosts that haunts the main character that Lakeith plays. So it's cool that they referenced that from Ken Anderson. And then the other thing that I wanted to point out before I continue with the history while I'm still on the same track is that Ken Anderson got frustrated by having to go through so many stories. He went through like 5 or 6 different backstories for the Haunted Mansion in production that Walt just stamped no on. That he actually left the entire project in 58. He was going to work on Sleeping Beauty and 101 Dalmatians, so that kind of worked out for us kids. The other thing is that Walt Disney hired 2 new people who had a good track history of doing other rides and attractions at Disney currently. Their names were Raleigh Crump and Yale Crazy, which is a little ironic because 2 of the characters in this 2023 Haunted Mansion were Crazy and Crump. So another reference that I thought was really cool for the original Haunted Mansion attraction. So Raleigh was specializing in projects like projection illusion type of projects, and then Crazy was doing a lot of mechanics. He just finished up doing the Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that was in mid-60s when that became really, really popular, so they hired him on to do Haunted Mansion as well, obviously. The other thing that I wanted to mention as far as the history, the one part of the story that Ken Anderson got approved as the history for Haunted Mansion was the entire story of the mansion was created and named the Blood Mirror Mansion. And the story is that there was a couple, obviously something happened to the wife and then something happened to the husband, and then every so and so years the group that was in the wedding, these ghosts just, they come and they dance, and it's just like the same evening that happened when they all died. It just keeps repeating itself every year, the same time of year. So that theme kind of followed through with the Haunted Mansion. The other thing about the Haunted Mansion, and it's never specified through the attraction about how many actual spirits are in the Haunted Mansion. It's just a great collection. So I like how they reference the entire story of the original Haunted Mansion attraction into this movie. Like, they explain a lot more about why the Haunted Mansion is there, who is in the Haunted Mansion, who's the main character. Even the seaman, Captain Gore, is in the 2023 movie. So, I mean, there's so many 69 and 71 and 55 references from the attraction to this movie that it just reels me in, and it makes me appreciate it more. Aside the fact of the side plot and everything that's going on with the real life characters. I always love nods to history and appreciation like that. It makes the movies 1,000 times better. Now we're going to talk about my personal opinion about this movie. Obviously you got a majority of it from going through the history about the attraction versus the movie. But to start out, I was excited to see this movie based on the cast alone, okay? Tiffany Haddish, Danny DeVito, hilarious comedians. Danny DeVito pretty much played himself in this movie, which I thought was awesome. It was almost like did he know they were even filming him through this movie? He's just getting a paycheck to be himself. Lakeith Stanfield, I am a huge fan of him. I think I first saw him in Childish Gambino's Atlanta show, which is on Hulu if you guys want to watch it. There's also another show that, or a movie, I guess, that was out about a girlfriend and boyfriend, and they break up, and the whole movie is like her grieving the relationship, which Lakeith Stanfield is in that movie. Ladies, if you're watching, I don't remember the name of the movie. I only watched half of it, but he was in that too. But look him up. He is the main character in this movie. And it touches on a lot of emotional, deep topics like grief and societal acceptance and, you know, being awkward, and an outcast and not fitting in, and the feeling of loneliness. So that's why I kind of agree and disagree that it's a kids movie. There's some heavy topics, but on the other note, if I would have watched this movie or had this movie when I was younger, I would have understood a lot or related to a lot more. This movie is going to be a great stepping stone to kids who are interested in horror, you know, or open the door for them as they're growing to watch more horror, get involved with more spooky things. So I really, really appreciate the topics and the portrayal of someone feeling alone and grieving. Lakeith did an amazing job doing that. A couple other characters. I did not know that Jared Leto played the main Alistair creepy character, the main antagonist in the movie. Wears the top hat. He has like a skeletal face. Completely CGI. You would not know it's him. There was really no need for an actor to play Alistair. They could have completely CGI'd that, but whatever. Who else was in it? Oh, Owen Wilson. He was a good comedic relief here and there. I don't really see the importance of his character being in the movie, but I do like him and I appreciated him in certain scenes in the movie. You'll see. Who else? Rosario Dawson was the mom. The whole plot is that she is bringing her son to this mansion that she just got, and then she hires Owen Wilson, who's a priest, Lakeith Stanfield, who does paranormal photography, Tiffany Haddish plays a medium, and then Danny DeVito just kind of invites himself in the house to help all of them get rid of all the ghosts in the mansion. So it is an interesting plot, a lot of heavy topics. My general rating is probably an 8 out of 10. It is very, very, very good. I would see it again. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We are also absolutely not glazing over the fact that now Oscar-winning Jamie Lee Curtis was casted as Madame Leota. I was so happy to hear that. And then watching it, I love her. Scream Queen, love her. Was disappointed by her Madame Leota. 1, what was that accent? 2, costume. Okay, hello, Padme Amidala. And she didn't have that big of a part. I mean, Tiffany Haddish clouded her acting because she had a bigger part than Jamie Lee Curtis. Overall, that could have been better. But it's Jamie Lee Curtis, so can you really complain? Once again, thank you guys for watching another movie review. I really, really, really like doing these, so hopefully you like watching them. I watch a lot of movies. So these past 2 weeks have been really busy though. Blockbuster summer of 2023, we had Barbie, then Oppenheimer, Haunted Mansion, obviously, and I still need to see Talk to Me, the movie with the hand. So that will be coming up in a couple days, so I'm going to do a review on that as well. But thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I mean, you guys have been great. So thank you, and wait till the next movie.